Hello and welcome to News Now on iBrandTV. My name is Bernard Joseph and here are the stories we're reporting at this hour. The All Progressives Congress has postponed its nationwide membership registration, update and revalidation scheduled to begin on Saturday, the 12th of December 2020. This was announced by the National Secretary of the Caretaker National Convention Planning Committee, John Akpan Udo, at the APC National Secretariat in Abuja on Thursday. He said on account of several factors, including the fast approaching Christmas and end of the year celebrations and the objective of ensuring maximum participation, the party had decided to move forward the date of the exercise to the second week of January 2021. Yet to be identified individuals had on Thursday burgled the office of the Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly, Olakunle Oluomo, and made away with the MACE. Journalists gathered that the yet to be identified persons broke into the Speaker's office overnight to perpetrate the act. This is the second incident unknown persons would break into the Assembly within the last 3 weeks. Meanwhile, the governor of Kaduna State, Governor EL-RUFAI, has on Thursday said that Nigeria's debt culture was fast on the increase, that the country's domestic debt was getting to its debt ceiling as far as liquidity was concerned, and that Nigeria's debt to gross domestic product ratio was at an all-time high. In September of this year, the Debt Management Office released Nigeria's total public debt stock as of June 30, 2020, and put the country's debt portfolio at 31 trillion naira, indicating an increase of 2.3 trillion naira within the space of 3 months. Speaking at a virtual event organized by the World Bank Nigeria, Governor EL-RUFAI also stated that it had been tough for the Nigerian government to fund security due to the numerous expenses of the federal government. Meanwhile, in business, the naira exchanged the dollar in the parallel market at 474 naira to the dollar on Thursday. The naira, which recorded slight improvement in recent days, closed at the importer-exporter forex window at 394 naira to the dollar. However, the Central Bank of Nigeria retained the official exchange rate at 379 naira to the dollar, according to its website. The Bureau de Change operators have attributed fluctuations of the naira to speculative activities of some of the operators. And the Federal House of Representatives on Thursday has passed for second reading the Finance Bill 2020. The President of the Federation, President Muhammadu Buhari, had earlier transmitted the 2020 Finance Bill to the National Assembly for consideration and passage, along with the 2021 Appropriation Bill presently before the Parliament. The World Bank has said that Nigeria may experience its worst recession in 20 years, while adding that it's important for Nigeria to sustain and deepen its reforms to avoid the worsening impact of COVID-19 on its economy. The World Bank said this in a press release on Thursday. Part of the report read that in the next 3 years, an average Nigerian could see a reversal of decades of economic growth, and the country could enter its deepest recession since the 1980s. And still following the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic on the Nigerian economy, our correspondent Margaret Okpara speaks with us with regards to the disappointment of vendors participating at this year's annual Lagos Trade Fair and the optimism that they share ahead of a better Nigerian economy in 2021.
It's 2 days left to the end of the Lagos International Trade Fair happening in Lagos, Nigeria, and some merchants are complaining. We'll be taking a look at some of the merchants and speaking with them to know their view on this trade fair and how it's been for them lately.
Currently, the trade fair has been good to us. This is our first time, but due to the COVID and the economic situations, the footfalls has been very low.
This year's trade fair compared to last year, for last year we had a lot of people that it was up to a point where you have to push yourself because everybody wants to get a feel of the fair, but it's entirely different this year.
Customers has been coming, but not really what we expected, but actually we're here and I believe that there are still more customers to come because we still have like 2 more days to go.
So you've heard it all from the people, you've heard what they have to say. Some are not happy about the outcome of this 2020 International Trade Fair. This is Margaret Okpara and I'm reporting for iBrandTV News.
Thank you very much, Margaret, for that report. And the federal government on Thursday has said that over 100% hike in domestic airfares was inevitable, describing it as one of the consequences of the COVID-19 pandemic. It also disclosed that 300 employees of Arik Air, who would have been recently sacked by the carrier, had not been relieved of their jobs based on the intervention of government. The Director General of the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, Musa Nuhu, disclosed this in Abuja at the briefing of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19. And on the foreign scene, Ghana's opposition candidate John Mahama has rejected as fraudulent the result of the country's presidential and parliamentary elections, in which President Nana Akufo-Addo won a second term. The Electoral Commission had on Monday announced that President Akufo-Addo had won the election by 51.5% ahead of Mahama with 47.3%. Mahama at this time has rejected those numbers. Meanwhile, in sports, the Super Eagles ended the year 2020 in 35th spot in the latest FIFA ranking released on Thursday. The Eagles remain unmoved from their last ranking released on November the 27th, which saw them drop 3 places after a bland display in November. They also finished the year as the 5th ranked team in Africa behind Senegal, Tunisia, Algeria, and Morocco. And that's all we take on news now at this hour. For more news stories, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and follow all of our social media platforms. Visit our website as well. I am Bennett Joseph, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.